So hi guys, welcome back to a big match here in this ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. India women taking on South Africa women at Manchester. Very crucial match. India women still unbeaten in this tournament so far. South Africa losing to Australia and then huffing and puffing and then winning against Pakistan. And a very important game for both these teams because the winner of this game mostly will have one foot in the semi-final because considering the fact that both these teams will defeat all the other lower ranked teams in their group, that is why this game becomes a virtual quarter-final. And given that South Africa women have already lost against Australia, their match today against India becomes a must-win for them, because if South Africa women loses this game, then India women with 3 wins and they will try to beat Bangladesh also, and they will qualify for the semi-final. So that's why this is a very important game. And India women have got off to a steady start here. India women won the toss and elected to bat first. Shafali Verma and Smriti Mandhana opening the batting for India as usual. And it's driven again by Shafali Verma through the covers, and that'll run away for 4. Beautiful timing from Shafali Verma. Picks up her second boundary. And this is a great start here from India women, opting to bat first. Already 14 runs on the board. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. This time back of the length, flicked away by Shafali Verma towards deep square leg and picks up another single. It's a very important game, no doubt about that. Virtual quarter final, as they say. India women are still unbeaten in this tournament, but if India women end up losing this, then they will have to defeat Australia, which could be a tougher task for India. But if India women win today, then even if they lose against Australia, they can defeat Bangladesh and then they can qualify. It's driven in the air, in the gap again, and that'll run away for 4 as well. Second boundary in this over. Great start here from the India openers. Smriti Mandhana this time with her first boundary in this innings. And South Africa put under early pressure here from both these openers of India. So last ball of the over coming up. Expensive over so far from Shabnam Ismail. Oh, short this time, pulled away again. No one there at deep square leg. 4 more back-to-back boundaries to finish the over. Expensive over from Shabnam Ismail. 14 runs came from that over, and what a start this is for India women. 23 without loss after 2 overs. Well, South Africa women have made 2 changes today. Tasmin Brits and Dan Van Niekerk have come into the playing 11, and Sune Lewis and Kayla Reineke have been dropped from the playing 11. And I think Dan Van Niekerk is in really good form, so maybe that is why they have brought her in to the playing 11. As far as India women are concerned, Prema Rawat and Arundhati Reddy come back into the playing 11 in place of Kranti Gaud and Srilanka Patil. Marzan Cap into her second over, that's driven away again by Shafali Verma towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Well, I think one would have expected, yes, Srilanka Patil has been ruled out of the tournament due to injury. So maybe one would have expected Radha Yadav to come into the playing 11 in place of Srilanka Patil, but that has not happened. They have brought back Prema. Prema Rawat was the official replacement for Srilanka Patil, and she has been brought into the playing 11. And Arundhati Reddy has replaced Kranti Gaud, maybe because of little batting depth. Arundhati Reddy can bat a little bit. It's on the pads again, flicked away by Smriti Mandhana, and picks up another single here. So this is a great start from India women. If South Africa loses today, then it will be curtains for them in this tournament. At least they made the finals in the previous 3 World Cups. They made it to the final of the Women's ODI World Cup of 2025. Then the previous 2 T20 Women's T20 World Cup finals, they made it. But this time around, their qualification is hanging by a thread, in all honesty. It's flicked away again by Shafali Verma towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Well, South Africa have always been that kind of a team which has always looked, they always promise a lot, but when it comes to the semi-finals, when it comes to the finals, they have just not been able to deliver. Only they were able to win only the World Test Championship in 2025. The Men's World Test Championship is the only title that South Africa have won for so many years now. As we see again, that's flicked away again past mid-on, and they'll run away for 4. Smriti Mandhana again continuing the good form with the bat. And this is some start here from India women, already making a statement in the first 3 overs itself. And South African bowlers being put under pressure here in Manchester. Well, it already looks like a good batting wicket, and India women are off to the best possible start. My goodness, they're both their openers, Shafali Verma and Smriti Mandhana, just simply brilliant. That's cut away again. Straight to point. Another dot ball from Marizan Cap. 7 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. India women winning the toss, electing to bat first. That has been their strength so far. They have won both matches batting first convincingly so far. Coming around the wicket now, Marizan Cap, and she's been bowled. Smriti Mandhana looking for the scoop shot there and loses her middle stump. And Marizan Cap gets the first wicket. Was looking for some innovation there. Smriti Mandhana, was that needed? She was playing conventional shots really well, but suddenly tried to innovate. And loses her middle stump. First wicket for South Africa women here, and a much needed breakthrough. Little bit of steam movement there for Marizan Cap, and early on in the innings you can consider maybe that was an unnecessary shot from Smriti Mandhana. Marizan Cap, because she's always animated whenever she gets a big wicket, that is for sure. Smriti Mandhana out after scoring 17 from 12 balls, and India women are 30 for 1 after 3 overs. So that is exactly what South Africa wanted, because the India women were racing along actually. 30 for 1 in 3 overs. Smriti Mandhana has been dismissed. A big wicket, because Smriti Mandhana, we all know how dangerous she can be when she gets going. Yastika Bhatia is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 3. Normally, Jemima Rodrigues would come in this kind of a situation, but they have promoted Yastika Bhatia up the order, who is also a really good batter, no doubt about that. And now the new bowler into the attack for South Africa women is Chloe Trayon. Shafali Verma is going to be on strike. Chloe Trayon looking to come around the wicket to Shafali Verma. It's tossed up. Shafali comes down the wicket, drives it through the covers for 4. Beautiful use of the feet once again. And again starts the over with a boundary. Shafali Verma is always dealing in boundaries at the moment. This time sweeps it away again towards deep square leg for 4. Back-to-back boundaries from Shafali Verma. So she doesn't mind, she doesn't care whether a wicket has fallen at the other end or not. She is going to continue the aggressive approach. Great way to start the over. This time comes down the wicket, hits it over the top, all the way for 6. 4, 4, 6. Oh, this is fantastic range of hitting from Shefali Verma. Moves to 27 from just 9 balls. Once again, it's Shefali Verma against South Africa in an important game. First 6 of this innings for India women. This time flicked away again towards deep mid wicket, and Shefali Verma picks up another single. Last year Women's ODI World Cup final of 2025, it was Shefali Verma who was the player of the match for India. He played a fantastic knock with the bat against South Africa, and now yet again in this crunch match here, Women's T20 World Cup 2026. Once again it's Shefali Verma who is taking the attack to the opposition. South Africa being put under pressure here. Yes, they have picked up the wicket of Smriti Mandhana, but this is how India play. This is the brand of cricket that India plays. That's cut away again, straight to point. Another dot ball from Chloe Tryon. "15 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over, punched away again by Astika Bhatia, beats that fielder at point. And will that run away to the boundary? Ball is running across the outfield, it won't reach the boundary. The Astika Bhatia will get off the mark with a couple of runs to finish the over. So an expensive over there from Chloe Tryon. 17 runs came from that over, and India women on the charge here, 47 for 1 after 4 overs. Well, this India women's team going from strength to strength ever since they won the previous ODI World Cup. Now, if they are able to win this game, they'll make it through to the semi-finals for sure. And then you never know actually what they can do in the semi-finals. It's India, India, India everywhere. India domination. White ball cricket means India only these days. Their dynasty has to be breached by someone. The Marisan cap now back into the attack into her 3rd over, has figures of 1 for 16 in her 2 overs. This is very, very important now for South Africa, because I don't know why, but South Africa in World Cups are always a kind of sad story. And it continues to be so. They're not looking a convincing team at all. In fact, if you look at women's cricket so far, out of all the capable teams, only South Africa women has not won any World Cup in women's cricket so far. They have not won a World Cup in men's cricket also. They have only won the World Test Championship. That's flicked away by Shefali Verma towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to start the over. Marisan Caps trying onto the pads there. Current run rate 11.52. We saw how South Africa struggled in the previous game to chase 126 against Pakistan. So it's going to be very, very tough here for South Africa women, in all honesty, against this kind of an Indian team which has everything. The batters are firing, bowlers are firing. It's going to be very tough. Second ball of the over coming up. This time driven down the ground. Straight down the ground for 4. Fielders had no chance of stopping it. 50 comes up for India women. What a start this is in the power play. 50 comes up in just 4.2 overs, and Yastika Bhatia picks up her first boundary in this innings. Beautiful straight drive down the ground. So now Marizan Cap changes her angle, looking to come around the wicket to Yastika Bhatia. And it's driven again, straight to covers, another dot ball from Marizan Cap. Well, South Africa, they've already lost against Australia. If they lose against India, they would have lost both their winnable games. They've won against Pakistan. They might win against Bangladesh and Netherlands as well, but it won't matter if India wins against Bangladesh and Australia win one of their remaining games. That is how the scenario is if India women manages to win this game today. Because it will be a third win for India women. South Africa will already have 2 losses. It is going to be extremely hard for South Africa to qualify if they lose this game. A team that has made the finals on 3 previous occasions would not feel good at all if they go out in the group stage this time around. As we see, looking for the drive here, Yastika Bhatia unable to make connection, another dot ball. Well, these things are all part of the sport, isn't it? Never easy to win a World Cup and never easy to be a South African cricket fan or a South African cricket player. So many players have come, they have never won any World Cup. There's always been a problem. Oh, looking to paddle it away, unable to make connection again. 4 consecutive dot balls to finish this over. 5 runs came from that over from Marizan Cap. And India women are 52 for 1 after 5 overs. Whatever it is, I think South Africa women will be reflecting back on those 3 finals which they lost before this. Women's ODI World Cup 2025, Women's T20 World Cup 2024, Women's T20 World Cup 2023 as well. 3 finals they have lost consecutively. They'll be wondering, what if they had won one of them at least? It would have been a historic moment. And even in men's cricket, they have lost like umpteen number of semi-finals and finals they have lost. Countless number of semi-finals and finals losses as far as South Africa is concerned. Somehow they just can't win a clutch game. Shabnim Ismail now into her second over. It's on the stump. Shafali Verma drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to start the over. So what a start this is for India. Current run rate 10.06. This partnership now 22 from 13 balls. And so far it's looking like a good batting wicket here in Manchester. It's driven again down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball from Shabnim Ismail. So third ball of the over coming up. This time driven away again towards deep extra covers. Going to push for 2, I think. And Shafali Verma will pick up another couple of runs. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Good over so far from Shabnim Ismail. Shafali Verma racing along here, 31 from just 14 balls at a strike rate of 221.43. And that's the kind of power that this Indian women's batting lineup possesses. Ooh, sways out of it. There was a short ball there from Shabnam Ismail. And another dot ball. India women have happy memories from facing South Africa, that is for sure. They defeated South Africa women in the final of Women's One Day International World Cup of 2025 and won their first ever World Cup. So happy memories for India women as they've gone upstairs here, South Africa. They've taken the review. Maybe they're looking for a caught behind here, and Shafali Verma, interestingly, is looking to walk. What is happening here? I just thought it was an ordinary dot ball. But was there a little bit of glove in it there? You need to look at ultra edge here. So what looked like an ordinary delivery is almost become a wicket here. Well, there is a huge spike as the ball passes the glove. So they've got the wicket here, South Africa. It's brushed the glove on its way through to the keeper. Shabnam Ismail gets the wicket. The decision is reversed. Finger goes up. Second wicket falls for India women. And it's a huge wicket because Shafali Verma was racing along. And she has been dismissed. Shafali Verma out after scoring 31 from 15 balls. What a superb review there from South Africa. And India women now are 54 for 2 after 5.4 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break, and Jemima Rodriguez is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 4. And she has gotten off the mark with a single. Last ball of the over coming up. Yastika Bhatia is on strike. Oh, that's driven beautifully through the covers by Yastika Bhatia. Races away for 4. Ends the over with a boundary. A great over once again for India. 7 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Shafali Verma. And India women are 59 for 2 after 6 overs after the power play. So current run rate now 9.83 for India women. They've lost a couple of wickets, but they're going at a good run rate. Jemima Rodriguez is a player for the big occasion. We have seen that in last year's semi-final as well. There's some spin being introduced now for South Africa. Nonkululeko Malaba is a new bowler into the attack. The thing is that India women's net run rate is so good that even if they lose this game, if they can defeat Australia, they will make it through to the semi-final. Such is the scenario. That's cut away again by Jemima Rodriguez towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Because I'll give you a scenario actually. If India women loses this game, South Africa will defeat Netherlands and Bangladesh. They will get to 4 wins. India women defeats Bangladesh and they defeat Australia also. I'm just giving a hypothetical scenario. Then it will be a net run rate battle between the 3 teams. And India women and Australia women have a better net run rate compared to South Africa. So even in that scenario, India women will go through to the semi-final. So all they need to focus on is to try and defeat either of Australia or South Africa. That is what India have to do. That's guided again in the gap. That'll run away for 4. Beautiful placement once again from Yastika Bhatia. Picks up yet another boundary. Third boundary for Yastika Bhatia in this innings. Beautiful timing and placement once again. This time pulled away again towards deep mid wicket. Fielder coming around at deep mid wicket. Good fielding. And Yastika Bhatia picks up another single. Indian cricket fans have turned up in numbers here. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Jemima Rodriguez is back on strike. This time on the pads, flicked away by Jemima Rodriguez towards deep mid wicket again. Going to come back for 2. No, they are not. Just a single for Malaba. So 1 more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Down the track again, drives it towards covers. Good fielding at covers and another dot ball to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over from Malaba, and India women are 66 for 2 after 7 overs. So current run rate 9.43 here. A really good start from India women. Jemima Rodriguez and Yastika Bhatia at the crease. Every match is kind of must win as far as South Africa are concerned, because they lost against Australia to start their campaign. That was a big loss. They lost by a big margin as well, and that is what has slightly dented their semi-final hopes. So they have to win every single game from here and then hope that Australia women can defeat India women, because even if India women win that game against Australia, that will also impact South Africa's chances, because South Africa women's net run rate is in the negatives. Unless they win by a big margin and get their net run rate up, which I don't see happening. South Africa women winning in itself will be a big deal, and then to win by a big margin, that's looking very, very tougher. Ayabonga Kaka, new bowler into the attack, and Jemima Rodriguez hits it down the ground to Madon and picks up another single to start the over. South Africa women have been going through a tough time in T20 internationals of late. We have seen them suffering defeats in New Zealand in the T20 series. Obviously, they defeated India 4-1 in the T20 series, but then again in this Women's T20 World Cup, they've lost against Australia in the first match. They lost against New Zealand in the warm-up match. So it's been a problem for South Africa in recent times in T20 cricket. Second ball of the over coming up from Ayabonga Kaka. Estika Bhatia is on strike. Oh, appeal for LBW, and the finger goes up. Third wicket falls, and I think they're going to go upstairs for the review here. Looking to play across the line there. Estika Bhatia struck straight in front, and Ayabonga Kaka has struck, I think. Just gone upstairs for the review. Now this could be another big wicket here. I was in fact surprised as to how Estika Bhatia was promoted up the order, but she's played some wonderful shots. And has she been struck in front of the stumps now? That is the big question. Or is it pitching outside leg? Now that could be another factor. If it is pitching outside leg, it can't be out LBW. So the third umpire will have a look at it. Playing across the line is not a great idea to a straight delivery. So no bat involved there. We'll move on to ball tracking. Well, it's pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. So they have lost a review and they've lost another wicket as well. Finger will go up and Estika Bhatia has to go. Ayabonga Kaka strikes another big wicket. For South Africa women, they need to keep on taking wickets because this has been a good start for India with the bat. Only way to put pressure on India is to keep taking wickets. And this is another big wicket. Estika Bhatia out after scoring 15 from 13 balls. India women are now 67 for 3 after 7.2 overs. So Harmanpreet Kaur is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 5. Ayabonga Kaka bowling stump to stump there and getting rewarded. Captain Harmanpreet Kaur walking in. And this is going to be a very important partnership. Anyone remembers that semi-final in Navi Mumbai? It was these two batters who formed a big partnership and completely turned that game on its head. Can they do it again here in Manchester? Current run rate still 9.14. If they can get to 160, 170, you never know. Could be a competitive total to defend for India women. So third ball of the over coming up. Harmanpreet Kaur on strike. This time punched again. Oh, good fielding at point. Chance of run out was almost there, but Jemima Rodriguez makes it back. Harmanpreet Kaur gets off the mark with a single. Well, Estika Bhatia looking to play across the line there and paying the price for it. We should not play across the line to a straight delivery. 3 more deliveries left in this over. 4th ball of the over coming up. And again, Jemima Rodriguez hits it down the ground to mid-on. Straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. Two more deliveries left in this over. Just 2 runs have come from this over so far, including the wicket of Yastika Bhatia. This time back of the length, and Jemima hits it down the ground to mid-on again for another dot ball here. So now South Africa looking to tighten the screws a little bit. One more delivery left in this over. Just 2 runs coming from this over so far. Excellent over from Yabonga Kaka. Last ball of the over. And this time Jemima again flicks it towards mid-on and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Yastika Bhatia, and India women are 69 for 3 after 8 overs. So Shabnam Ismail now is back into the attack. Shabnam Ismail into her 3rd over. Oh, looking to drive it away. There's a chance of run out, but Jemima Rodriguez makes it back. And another dot ball to start the over. Well, it's been a struggling innings so far from Jemima Rodriguez. 5 from 8 balls at a strike rate of 62.50. Hasn't quite got going yet. This time flicked again, straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball. Back-to-back dot balls from Shabnam Ismail. This time Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. Jemima Rodriguez moves to 6 from 10 balls and picks up another single here. Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. Three more deliveries left in this over from Shabnam Ismail. The 4th ball of the over coming up. Good Yorker again. A little bit of an inside edge from Harmanpreet Kaur. And they'll get through for another single. Last couple of overs have been good overs as far as South Africa is concerned. Only 3 runs coming in the previous over. In the wicket of Yastika Bhatia as well. And now this over only 2 runs. Still 2 more deliveries left in this over. Jemima Rodriguez batting at a strike rate of 60 has to improve that strike rate a little bit. Current run rate still 8.19. They can still get to 160 from here. 150, 160 could be a competitive total. Fifth ball of the over coming up. This time back of the length, flicked away again towards deep square leg, and Jemima Rodriguez picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up. Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. So last ball of the over from Shabnam Ismail. And on the pads, flicked away again towards deep square leg, and Harmanpreet Kaur picks up another single to finish the over. Really good over from Shabnam Ismail. Just 4 runs came from that over. And India women are 73 for 3 after 9 overs. So Nonkulule Koemalaba is back into the attack, continuing into her second over. And this time it's on the stumps. Harmanpreet Kaur goes on to the back foot and defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to start the over. This time cut away by Harmanpreet Kaur towards deep extra covers. And will push for 2, and they'll get back for another couple of runs for Harmanpreet Kaur. This time again on the pads, flicked away towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. Tossed up this time. Jemima goes over the top. Over mid-off. 1 bounce and into the boundary for 4. Finally, Jemima Rodriguez picks up her first boundary in this innings. She has played 12 balls and she gets the boundary that is needed for India. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. 7 runs have come from this over so far. This time goes on to the back foot, and Jemima Rodriguez flicks it away again towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Last ball of the over is tossed up again, and Harmanpreet Kaur hits it down to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 9 runs came from that over from Emalaba, and India women are 82 for 3 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So India women got off to a good start, but they have lost 3 wickets, and these two batters now trying to rebuild here. A partnership of 15 from 16 balls between Harmanpreet Kaur and Jemimah Rodriguez. There's a new bowler into the attack now. Nadine de Klerk is the new bowler into the attack. Can bowl really well in the middle overs. Harmanpreet Kaur is on strike. Nadine de Klerk over the wicket to Harmanpreet Kaur. And this time it's on the pads again. Flicked away by Harmanpreet Kaur towards deep mid wicket, towards deep square leg, and picks up another single to start the over. Jemimah Rodriguez is back on strike. Oh, leading edge in the air, simple catch for Nadine de Klerk, and another wicket falls for India. It's the big wicket of Jemimah Rodriguez, just looking to turn it away on the onside there. A big leading edge. And Nadine de Klerk dives forward, completes the catch. 4th wicket goes down for India. It was the cross seam delivery there from Nadine de Klerk. It's been a struggle for Jemimah Rodriguez this innings. Only 1 boundary in this innings for her. And a very, very soft dismissal, to be honest. And as always, Nadine de Klerk in these middle overs can get these kind of breakthroughs. Jemimah Rodriguez departs after scoring 12 from 14 balls. And India women now suddenly 83 for 4 after 10.2 overs. So Deepti Sharma is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 6. Some wickets falling here for India. Little bit of pressure building probably. Harmanpreet Kaur run a ball 8. South Africa still fighting here, you would think. They got off to a flying start with Shafali Verma and Smriti Mandhana finding boundaries everywhere, but suddenly now wickets have tumbled down. And Deepti Sharma is the kind of batter who will take the innings deep. She's a really good batter. So 3rd ball of the over coming up from Nadine de Klerk. It's full on the pads, flicked away by Deepti Sharma towards deep mid wicket and gets off the mark with a single. This time on the stumps, driven back at the bowler, another dot ball. This is a fantastic over here from Nadine de Klerk so far. There's 2 runs coming from this over, including the wicket of Jemimah Rodriguez. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Harmanpreet Kaur 8 from 9 balls, hasn't hit a boundary so far. Still, the game is turning a little bit here. These middle overs are very vital. This time full ball and hits it down the ground to long on. Harmanpreet Kaur picks up another single. So Deepti Sharma is back on strike. Last ball of the over coming up from Nadine de Klerk. This time flicked away by Deepti Sharma. Oh, beats that fielder at mid wicket. They might look for 2. And Deepti Sharma picks up another couple of runs to finish the over. Still an excellent over from Nadine de Klerk. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Jemima Rodriguez. And India women are 87 for 4 after 11 overs. So Chloe Tryon back into the attack. That's cut away beautifully by Harmanpreet Kaur. Oh, beats that fielder at deep extra covers into the boundary for 4. So finally Harmanpreet Kaur picks up her first boundary in this innings. There was just a little bit of width on offer there from Chloe Tryon. And that was enough for Harmanpreet Kaur to put it away. This time tossed up on the stumps and Harmanpreet Kaur defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Chloe Tryon. So good over so far this from Chloe Tryon. Still 3 balls left in this over. So Harmanpreet Kaur picks up another single. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Deepti Sharma is back on strike. Oh, this time tossed up again and Deepti Sharma drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Chloe Tryon. The last ball of the over coming up. Harmanpreet Kaur on strike. Deepti Sharma on strike. Sweeps it leg side towards deep square leg. And Deepti Sharma picks up another single to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Chloe Tryon. And India women are 93 for 4 after 12 overs. So Ayabonga Kaka now back into the attack. Picked up the wicket of Yastika Bhatia. Ayabonga Kaka. And that's cut away again straight to the field. A little bit of a fumble at point. And Deepti Sharma picks up another single to start the over. Current run rate now 7.73. They can still get to 150, 160 from here if they can get a good finish. They still have 8 overs for 47 more deliveries left in this innings. And South Africa struggled to chase down 126 in the previous game, so you never know actually. Second ball of the over coming up. This time on the stumps, Harmanpreet Kaur defends it to point and picks up another single. Two singles to start this over. Dipti Sharma is back on strike. It's a little bit of South African cricket fans at the stadium. Oh, that's cut away again. Oh, beats that fielder at third man. And that might run away with it. It's running away to the boundary. Does not get there. Good fielding. And Dipti Sharma will come back for 3. That's really good running between the wickets. 3 runs completed by Dipti Sharma. 5 runs have come from this over so far. Still 3 balls left. So fourth ball of the over coming up. This time driven again straight to deep extra covers. And Harmanpreet Kaur picks up another single. They were in a similar kind of a situation even against Pakistan, but then they got towards 170 and it turned out to be a match-winning total. And India women's spinners have been at their best in this tournament. But today the thing is that they have not gone in with the third spinning option. They have gone in with Prema Rawat, who can also bowl, but she can't be considered as a main spinner. One would have thought that Radha Yadav should be coming into the 11 if Srilanka Patil is ruled out due to injury, but that has not happened. As Dipti Sharma picks up another single. So 7 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. They still have Richa Ghosh to come in after this. 100 comes up for India women. 100 comes up in 12.5 overs at the loss of 4 wickets. The last ball of the over coming up. Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. And driven again by Harmanpreet Kaur towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over from Ayabonga Kaka, and India women are 101 for 4 after 13 overs. So Nonkululeko Emalaba is back into the attack now into her second over. It's tossed up and Harmanpreet Kaur flicks it away again. 2 runs long on and picks up another single to start the over. Dipti Sharma is back on strike. This time sweeps leg side, might have found the gap here. She has beautiful placement from Dipti Sharma. A lovely sweep shot and picks up her first boundary in this innings, and now this partnership is starting to build up for India. Third ball of the over, down the track again. Dipti Sharma flicks it away leg side and picks up another single. This time pulled away again towards square leg, and Harmanpreet Kaur gets through for a single. 7 runs have come from this over, still 2 balls left. This time tossed up again, and Deepti Sharma hits it leg side towards long on and picks up another single. The projected score at the current run rate shows 158, which could be, just as I said yesterday for Bangladesh, could challenge South Africa, that is for sure. Last ball of the over. Short and wide, cut away, finds the gap. They'll run away for 4. With on offer there from Emalaba and put away again by Harmanpreet Kaur. Ends the over with a boundary. 12 runs came from that over. From Emalaba. And India women are 113 for 4 after 14 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So 6 overs left in this innings, and India women looking to get towards 150, 160. So we come to the end of the drinks break. 6 overs left in this innings, and India women looking for a good total on the board. It's the accelerate phase, 15 to 17, overs number 15 to 17. And Shabnam Ismail is back into the attack now. She has figures of 1 for 25 in her 3 overs. So Deepti Sharma is on strike. Shabnam Ismail over the wicket to Deepti Sharma. Around the wicket in fact. And that's flicked away by Deepti Sharma towards deep square leg and picks up another single to start the over. So Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. This partnership now 31 from 23 balls, and we are getting to that stage where the batters will have to shift gears and try and go for the big shots. Second ball of the over. Shot this time pulled away by Harmanpreet Kaur towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Two singles to start this over. Deepti Sharma is back on strike. This time flicked away again by Deepti Sharma. Down the ground towards long on, looking for 2, can't get 2. Just a single for Deepti Sharma. So 3 singles in this over, still 3 balls left. Current run rate is 8 runs an over. Harmanpreet Kaur is back on strike. Oh, chopped it back onto her stumps. It was too close to cut for Harmanpreet Kaur. Inside edge back onto her stumps, and the 5th wicket goes down for India women. Shabnam Ismail strikes exactly the wicket they wanted, because the partnership was starting to build up really well. Deepti Sharma was finding the boundaries, and they needed a wicket. They've got it. It's a big wicket of Harmanpreet Kaur, because she could have done a lot of damage towards the end of an innings. Too close to cut. You cannot cut a ball that is so close to the stumps. And Harmanpreet Kaur has chopped it back onto her stumps. So half the side dismissed now for India women. Harmanpreet Kaur departs after scoring 24 from 22 balls, and India women are now 116 for 5 after 14.4 overs. So Richa Ghosh is the new batter to the crease. She is known for her big finishes. Can she finish this innings well for India here? They've lost a lot of wickets, and Harmanpreet Kaur and Jemima Rodriguez not able to accelerate in the middle overs for India. Prema Rawat still left to come in after this. 5th ball of the over coming up from Shabnam Ismail. This time driven again back at the bowler. Another dot ball from Shabnam Ismail. So last ball of the over coming up. So last ball of the over from Shabnim Ismail. This time full again and driven again back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over from Shabnim Ismail, including the wicket of Harmanpreet Kaur. And India women slightly precarious position. 116 for 5 after 15 overs with 5 more overs to go in this innings. So India women started really well, slightly precariously placed now. It's not looking like a convincing position in all honesty. 116 for 5 after 15 overs, 5 overs left, and they need something special once again from Richa Ghosh, who has been in really good form leading up to this tournament. Ayabonga Kaka back into the attack, cut away again by Dipti Sharma, straight to point. Another dot ball to start the over from Ayabonga Kaka. This time again outside the off stump. Dipti Sharma going for the drive and missing it. Back-to-back dot balls to start this over. This time on the stumps, it's punched down the ground by Dipti Sharma towards long on and picks up another single. This time, Richa Ghosh punches it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. This time full again. Dipti Sharma again down, hits it down to mid-off. It's another dot ball. Just not able to get the boundaries here. Too many dot balls in this over. 2 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. That's cut away past short third man, and they'll run away for 4. Just a little bit of width on offer there, and Dipti Sharma threw her bat at it. It's flown off the edge and down to the boundary to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over, and India women a much needed boundary. A 122 for 5 after 16 overs. So Nadine de Klerk back into the attack, and that's played away again by Richa Ghosh. Starts the over with a boundary. Is this the start of a big finish from Richa Ghosh, who has been in simply good form once again towards that third man region? The race is away for 4. This time Richa Ghosh flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So Deepti Sharma is back on strike. Third ball of the over. As time goes for the sweep towards mid wicket, and Deepti Sharma again picks up another single. Ooh, that's right up in the block hole there. Richa Ghosh yorked herself. It's another dot ball from Nadine de Klerk. So just 6 runs coming from this over, still 2 balls left. Can they get to that 150 which we have been talking about for quite a long time now? 150, 160. Richa Ghosh, run a ball 6 so far. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Moves across the stump, swings it away leg side again towards long on, and Richa Ghosh picks up another single. Deepti Sharma is back on strike. The last ball of the over coming up. Swept away past that fielder at fine leg, and that'll run away for 4. Great way to finish the over. Another important boundary there from Deepti Sharma. She always scores valuable runs with the bat. Ends the over with a boundary. 11 runs came from that over from Nadine de Klerk. And India women are 133 for 5 after 17 overs with 3 more overs to go. So Emma Laba is going to be bowling the 18th over for South Africa. Richa Ghosh on strike. It's pulled away again by Richa Ghosh towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single to start the over. So can they, I think projected score will show 160 at this stage, and that could be a decent enough total. The India women also have a good bowling attack. They have a good spin attack. Deepti Sharma is back on strike. That start from Shafali Verma and Smriti Mandhana is helping India women now. That despite losing some wickets in the middle overs, they are trying to get to a decent total. That's a wide down the leg side from Emma Laba. Has to reload that one again. Down the track, and Deepti Sharma goes down the ground. Long on and long off coming around. Good fielding at long on. And Deepti Sharma will come back for 2. Really good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Deepti Sharma. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. Tossed up, slog sweep in the air and taken! Taken at square leg. Deepti Sharma looking for the sweep once again. See, the sweep shot is her favourite shot, but it has brought about a downfall. Another wicket falls. 6th wicket goes down, losing a lot of wickets here towards the end. India woman looking to play that falling sweep, only managing to hit it in the air. Really good catch from Tasman Brits, is it? No, it's Marizan Cap. Marizan Cap has taken the catch. Both of them have long hairs, so I got confused a little bit. Marizan Cap taking the catch at square leg. Deepti Sharma has gone after scoring 29 from 21 balls. And India women are now 137 for 6 after 17.3 overs. Arundhati Reddy is the new batter to the crease, again looking for the sweep, but unable to make connection. Another dot ball from Emalaba. Two more deliveries left in this over. This time it's on the stumps and Arundhati Reddy drives it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. I'm a little surprised that they have sent in Arundhati Reddy ahead of Prema Rawat, because Prema Rawat is a proper batter. She could have come in at this stage, but they have sent in Arundhati Reddy. I'm not able to understand the strategy of that. It's tossed up this time. Richa Ghosh goes down the ground but straight to mid-off. Another dot ball to finish the over. So good bowling, good overs here from South Africa. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Deepti Sharma. And India women, a little bit of trouble here, 138 for 6 after 18 overs with 2 more overs to go. So Ayabonga Kaka is into her last over now. It's a full delivery and Arundhati Reddy again hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Nice and full there from Ayabonga Kaka, bowling the penultimate over here. At least India women need 160. Still 11 balls left in this innings. Second ball of the over coming up. Richa Ghosh on strike. Full again, hits it down the ground towards long off. Another single for Richa Ghosh. Third ball of the over. Arundhati gives herself room, hits it leg side again towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Fourth ball of the over comes down the wicket. Flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket. Good fielding at deep mid wicket. Richa Ghosh will pick up another couple of runs. Still not able to find the boundaries here. Only a couple of runs for Richa Ghosh. Two more deliveries left in this over. Need a boundary here. Richa Ghosh, fifth ball of the over. Full toss, helped on its way towards deep square leg. No one there. Four more. Much needed boundary. Bad line, wrong line there from Ayabonga Kaka. And Richa Ghosh picks up her second boundary in this innings. Put away beautifully there. So last ball of the over coming up. Oh dear, wide, beats the keeper. Four more valuable runs here for India. 150 comes up. This not a good delivery at all there. Spraying it down the leg side there, Ayabonga Kaka. 5 extra runs to the total. 14 have come from this over. Exactly the kind of over India women wanted. Last ball of the over is too wide, I think. She's asking for the wide. Doesn't get it. Was looking for the cut shot. Doesn't make connection. Another dot ball to finish the over. But an expensive over. 14 runs came from that over from Ayabonga Kaka. And India women are 152 for 6 after 19 overs. So Marizan Cap is going to be bowling the last over for South Africa women. Arundhati Reddy on strike. Ooh, Marizan Cap stops in her follow through. There's just one more over left in this innings now. Arundhati Reddy is on strike. Full toss. Arundhati Reddy comes down the wicket, drives it towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. Richa Ghosh is back on strike. 5 more deliveries left in this innings. Looking for boundaries at this stage. Second ball of the over coming up. Richa Ghosh goes big, high in the end. No timing, takes the catch at square leg. And Marizan Cap strikes. Slow ball does the trick. Was looking for the slog sweep there. Richa Ghosh didn't get anything on it. And really well taken at square leg. 7th wicket goes down for India. And it's a huge wicket of Richa Ghosh, the finisher for India women. Has holed out at deep square, at short square leg. And India women now, although they have crossed 150, it's a decent total. I don't know whether it's a match winning one though. Richa Ghosh is out for 15. India women 153 for 7 after 19.2 overs with 4 more deliveries left in this innings. So Prema Rawat is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 9 for India women. 4 more deliveries left in this innings. Prema Rawat on strike. Can she find the boundaries here? Third ball of the over. Swings it leg side. Over the top. Deep mid wicket coming round. Prema Rawat will get off the mark with a couple of runs. 3 more deliveries left in this innings now. So 3 more deliveries left in this innings. 4th ball of the over coming up. Need to find the boundaries here, India women. Full again, hits it down the ground. Prema Rawat, but straight to mid-off. Chance of run out at the bowler's end. Oh dear. Has Marisan Cap taken the bails off? No, she hasn't. So just a single for Prema Rawat. Well, they have gone upstairs to check the run out there. Has she made her ground? That is the big question here. Now this could be another big wicket here if this is out. Ooh. I think Prema Rawat has made it back. Just about made it back, Prema Rawat. So it will be not out. And Prema Rawat will survive. So it should be not out. Yeah, not out it is. Arundhati Reddy back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this innings now. 5th ball of the over. Full toss. And that swung away leg side again. No timing. It's down to long on. They're coming back for 2. Could be a run out here this time around, but not. No, it's not. No, it's not. They made it back for a couple of runs. 1 more delivery left in this innings. They've pushed their way towards 160. Could this be a winning total? I'm not quite sure. Arundhati Reddy is on strike. Last ball of the innings coming up. Just 6 runs have come from this last over so far, including the wicket of Richa Ghosh. Outstanding last over. Last ball of the innings coming up. Oh, swings and misses. Looking for the single. Can't get it. Brilliant. Brilliant way to finish for South Africa. What a last over this has been. Just 6 runs came from the last over, including the wicket of Richa Ghosh. And India women finished their 20 overs on 158 for 7 at the end of their 20 overs. They started really well with Smriti Mandhana and Shafali Verma starting aggressively with the bat. But then in the middle overs, I think they lost way too many wickets. And they could only manage to get to 158 for 7, which is still kind of a decent total considering the fact that South Africa women struggled to even chase down 127 in the previous game against Pakistan. So you never know, this could even be a match-winning total. India women have a quality bowling attack. But given their batting firepower, I think they would have wanted to score at least 170 to 180 to try and challenge South Africa women even more. But that's not happened. That 158 for 7 is still a decent total. Just like we said yesterday for Bangladesh women, this kind of a total can challenge South Africa. So you never know what can happen. So we'll just look at the scorecard of India women today. Smriti Mandhana scoring 17 from 12 balls with 3 boundaries at a strike rate of 141.67. Shafali Verma actually got off to a fantastic start, 31 from 15 balls with 4 boundaries and 1 6 at a strike rate of 206.67. But then that middle period, Yastika Bhatia 15 from 13, Jemima Rodriguez 12 from 14. Jemima Rodriguez couldn't even get going at all, only 1 boundary in her innings at under 100 strike rate, and Harmanpreet Kaur 24 from 22 balls as well. Just not able to get that impetus towards the middle period of the innings, and in the end it was a good cameo from Richa Ghosh, to be honest. 15 from 14 balls, which helped India women get to 158 for 7 at the end of their 20 overs. So if you look at South Africa's bowlers, Marizan Cap 2 for 27 in her 4 overs. Chapnim Ismail 2 for 28 in her 4 overs, both of them bowling really well. Chloe Trayon was a little expensive today, none for 23 in her 2 overs. Nonkululeko Emalaba 1 for 33 in her 4 overs. Ayabonga Kaka 1 for 31 in her 4 overs. And Nadine de Klerk, as always, picking up those wickets in the middle overs, 1 for 16 in her 2 overs as well. So in this important clash here in Manchester, South Africa women, when they come out to bat, will need 159 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs to pick up a vital win and keep their semi-final hopes alive. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to the run chase here. It's been a steady start from South Africa women in this run chase, trying to chase down 159 runs here for victory here in Manchester. Laura Wolfart has hit one boundary and 1 6 so far. Tasman Brits is back on strike. It's a kind of a decent total actually, this 158. Particularly in here in English conditions. Anything can happen. That's flicked away again. Tasman Brits back at the top of the order for South Africa women. Coming back into the 11 today. So the original opening pair of South Africa women is back. Tasman Brits and Laura Wolfart are opening the batting. So last ball of the over coming up from Sri Charani. Down the track again, and Wolfart hits it down to mid-on. Another dot ball to finish the over. So just 2 runs came from that over from Sri Charani, and South Africa women are 19 without loss after 4 overs. So Shefali Verma is back into the attack into her second over, and again Tasman Brits hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. Tasman Brits is 5 from 10 balls, hasn't hit a boundary so far. So Wolfart is back on strike. Second ball of the over coming up from Shefali Verma. Down the track again, drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Shefali Verma. He's been bowling really well in this tournament so far, Shefali Verma. Good lines, good lengths. And 4 more deliveries left in this over. Looking to pull it away there, a little bit of an inside edge again. Another dot ball here, so it's becoming a little tough now for South Africa, playing out too many dot balls at the moment. Oh, this time comes down the wicket, hits it straight back down the ground for 4. Much needed boundary here from Laura Wolfart. It was going along a little too quietly. But really good use of the feet from Laura Wolfart, and picks up her second boundary in this innings. This time again tossed up, Wolfart uses her feet, hits it towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Tasman Brits is back on strike. Last ball of the over, full again. Brits drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over from Shefali Verma, and South Africa women really off to a slow start here. 25 without loss after 5 overs. So the required run rate nearing 9 runs an over. Sri Charani continuing into her second over. As again Wolfart uses her feet, hits it down straight to mid-on. Another dot ball to start the over. So it's not been the best of starts for as far as South Africa are concerned to this run chase. Told you that 158 can challenge South Africa. Second ball of the over. Hits it straight back and taken by Charani off her own bowling. It was clubbed straight back. And an excellent reflexes from Sri Charani. He's completed the return catch. And the first wicket goes down for South Africa. Their captain Laura Wolford has to go. She got off to a start but unable to convert the start into a big score. And this is exactly what India women wanted. They needed early wickets. They needed to break this opening partnership. Wolford looking to smash it down the ground, but an excellent catch from Sri Charani brings to an end Laura Wolford's innings. So Laura Wolford departs after scoring 20 from 21 balls, and South Africa women are 25 for 1 after 5.2 overs. Okay, so 1 down now. South Africa women feeling the pressure here. Required run rate is 9.14. South Africa women have not been convincing in this tournament. Even in the previous game against Pakistan, they lost a lot of wickets, made it tough for themselves, and then won it in the end against Pakistan. And they are now chasing 159, which is a big total. Aneri Dirksen is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 3 for South Africa women. They have Dane van Niekerk, who has been in good form in domestic leagues around the world, and she'll need to bring that form to this World Cup here. So South Africa women are 25 for 1 after 5.2 overs, and it's also the time for the drinks break. Well, so another wicket has fallen here. Anari Duxon has been dismissed. And Marizan Cap is a new batter to the crease, and South Africa crumbling here. Not looking good at all. Was looking to play the big shots. Ball spinning away from the right hander, clipping the top of off stump. Outstanding bowling from Charini. Last ball of the over coming up. Tossed up again, and Marizan Cap drives it down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball to finish the over. Double wicket made in over from Sri Charini, and India women are right back in this game. South Africa women are 25 for 2 after 6 overs after the power play. So Prema Rawat is the new bowler into the attack now for India women. She has been brought into the 11 today in place of Sri Lanka Patil. We thought that maybe Radha Yadav can play in the 11, but nope, it's Prema Rawat. Over the wicket to Marizan Cap. And Cap sweeps it out towards deep square leg. And Marizan Cap will push for 2. Coming back for 2, and Marizan Cap will pick up another couple of runs. Tasman Brits. Tasman Brits picks up another couple of runs to start the over. Tasman Brits 7 from 12 balls, making a return into the playing 11. She hasn't contributed much so far. Goes for the sweep again. Short fine leg in place. Got a hand on it there. They're going to push for 2 here. Coming back for 3 probably. Or is that racing away for 4? No, it's not. It stops in the outfield. They'll come back for 3. Gives the strike back to Marizan Cap. Current run rate only 4.74 for South Africa women, and India women are looking good at this stage, you would think. Pressure building on South Africa. Not for the first time, not for the last time we are going to see South Africa lose clutch matches in a World Cup. That is for sure. Marizan Cap not yet off the mark. The good start to this over here from Prema Rawat. This time flicked away again by Marizan Cap towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Any South African cricket fans, I don't know what to say, but it is always a similar story. South Africa in World Cups, it's always a story which no one wants to hear about. Again comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on, another single. Required run rate 9.52 now. India women look good to defend it. I told you, even yesterday I said that Bangladesh 123 will challenge Pakistan. Pakistan couldn't chase it. 158 will challenge South Africa. South Africa's batting has not looked good in this tournament. Their batting has been absolutely poor. How can you chase down 159? No one has contributed with the bat. The previous game they should have won comfortably against Pakistan women. They messed it up. They complicated it and then won it in the end. That is not a sign of a dominant team. Dominant team means you need to outplay the opposition and win by a big margin. You need to show, you need to make a statement in your wins. You cannot complicate winning positions and then just survive. I mean, you cannot complicate. Even in your wins should be convincing enough to say that you are a dominant team. And South Africa in their previous game showed, even though they have won the game, they are still not looking good in this tournament. And you want to beat a team like India. How can you beat them? You can't. Another good over for India here. 7 runs came from that over. South Africa women really struggling here. 32 for 2 after 7 overs. The thing is that it's not about winning a game. How convincing are you able to win the game? Only that will give you confidence going forward in the tournament. You look at how India women won their first two games. How convincingly they won their first two games. Have South Africa won a game like that? Answer is no. Then you can't win the World Cup. Just accept that. Reverse sweep from Tasman Brits and picks up a boundary here to start the over. Deepti Sharma now into the attack, and a nice way finally Tasman Brits gets a boundary. This time Tasman Brits sweeps it towards short fine leg. Oh, there's a chance of run out here. Richa Ghosh is appealing. Has Marizan Cap made her ground? The umpires might want to go upstairs. The umpire says not out. Umpire says not out, so they have completed the single. Marizan Cap is back on strike. Well, Tasman Brits has been really struggling in all honesty. She has come into the 11 after quite a long time and still she is struggling. So looks like in this World Cup, South Africa women are not even going to make it through to the semi-final. It will be mostly India and Australia will be going through. Oh, looking for the sweep there, gone off the back of the bat. Another dot ball from Deepti Sharma. So the World Cup is on the line for South Africa. If they lose this game, then they will simply be out of the tournament, even if they beat Bangladesh and Netherlands, because India are surely going to defeat Bangladesh women, that is for sure, even if they lose to Australia. Tossed up again, leading edge, just wide of Deepti Sharma, down the ground to long off and picks up another single. Because South Africa women have already lost against Australia. And now they're looking like they're losing this game as well. That's driven again back at the bowler, another dot ball. So a typical spin choke has started for India women, and India once again showing their dominance in where it doesn't matter whether it's men's cricket, whether it's women's cricket, whether it's under 19 cricket, list A cricket. You would take any cricket, India are the best team, and that is what they are showing time and time and again. As we see another couple of runs to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over from Deepti Sharma, and South Africa women are 40 for 2 after 8 overs. So really struggling here, required run rate nearing 10 runs and over now for South Africa women, and none of these batters are looking like getting their timing right. Tasman Brits run a ball 18, Marizan Cap 2 from 7 balls, and nothing much you can do because South Africa's World Cup is on the line here, and looks like everything is falling apart once again. Arundhati Reddy coming back into the attack now for India women. Current run rate is only 5 runs and over. I don't know whether it's the conditions or whether South Africa is genuinely struggling with their stroke play. This time driven down the ground, driven towards covers. Another dot ball to start the over. So Australia have already won 3 games. They're already at the top of the table. If India women wins this game, they will also continue their unbeaten run in this tournament, and they will also pick up 3 wins. And then it'll all be, unless Bangladesh causes an upset towards India, South Africa and their campaign will be over. They made it to 3 finals before this, but this time around, their semi-final hopes are just slipping away from their hands. Well, it happens, isn't it? If you are making 3 finals, you need to win one of them. You can't keep on making finals. If you are doing all the hard work making it to World Cup finals, you need to be able to perform on that day, and you need to be able to win World Cups. And South Africa have not been able to do that 3 times in a row. ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2023, ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024, and then ICC Women's ODI World Cup 2025. 3 finals in a row you have lost, and now you're not even able to go to semi-finals. Marzan kept 3 from 9 balls. I don't know what is happening here. Really looking very slow. It's a full toss. Hits it down the ground to long on. And Marzan Cap picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. It was always on the cards in this particular group. India women and Australia women were always favourites to make it through to the semi-final, and once again India women bowling really well. Required run rate getting out of control. As Tasman Brits again flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So just 4 runs have come from this over. Last ball of the over coming up. Flicked away again by Marzan Cap towards deep square leg and picks up another single to finish the over. What an over from Arundhati Reddy. Just 5 runs came from that over, and South Africa women are now 45 for 2 after 9 overs. So Prema Rawat into her second over. Good use of the feet from Marzan Cap. Hits it over covers. And that will run away to the boundary. That will give some hope, I think. Although the required run rate has already gone above 10. But a much needed boundary here for South Africa women. Marzan Cap 9 from 12 balls. Second ball of the over coming up. Slog sweep. And has he got hold of it? Oh, got a hand on it there. The fielder at deep square leg. Has it gone all the way? That is the big question. Or has it bounced inside? You might just want to have a look at this. I think it will go down as a drop catch. Yeah, got a hand on it and it's palmed it over for 6. 50 comes up for South Africa women. 50 comes up in 9.2 overs. A much needed 6 from Marzan Cap. This time wide down the leg side from Prema Rawat. Has to reload that one again. So a positive start to this over for South Africa women. 11 runs coming from the first 2 balls of this over. And maybe, just maybe, this could script something for them. As she comes down the wicket again, drives it down the ground to long off. And Marzan Cap picks up another single. Still the required run rate is looking a little too much. 9.71 the required run rate. Tasman Brits has to get going here. Tasman Brits is really struggling. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Ooh, again coming down the wicket, looking to flick it away. It's gone off the pads. Another dot ball from Prema Rawat. Twelve runs have come from this over. Pulled away this time by Tasman Brits towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. One more delivery left in this over. 13 runs have come from this over. Much better over for South Africa women, you would think. Last ball of the over coming up. That's guided again towards short third man. Good fielding at short third man. Marizan Cap. Oh, direct it. Another appeal for a run out. Now what is the umpires going to do? Are they going to go upstairs? No, they give it as a not out. So single to finish the over. 14 runs came from that over from Prema Rawat. And South Africa women are 59 for 2 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So Nandini Sharma is back into the attack now as Marizan Cap drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single to start the over. So Tasman Brits is back on strike. Second ball of the over. It's driven again down the ground. Didn't time it that well. It's one bounce to long on. Tasman Brits picks up another single. The required run rate is above 10 now, and these kind of required run rates are very, very tough to achieve in women's cricket. 10.14 required run rate. So third ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's right up in the block hole. Marizan Cap digs it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Nandini Sharma. Just not able to get the momentum. Current run rate 5.81. Going at a run rate of under 6 here, South Africa. India strengthening their chances here in this game. Required run rate 10.32. It will keep on increasing. It's women's T20 cricket. Very, very tough, these kind of required run rates, particularly in these conditions. Full again, swings and misses. Another dot ball. This is just becoming... any South African fans watching this, please switch off your TV, go to sleep. That's what I would say to South African cricket fans. Not worth watching South Africa playing a Cricket World Cup. Because anyways, you're going to end up losing. Goes for the paddle sweep, over deep, over short fine leg, and that will run away for 4. So finally gets the boundary here. Marizan Cap, they need plenty more of this. Went down on one knee and paddled it away over fine leg. They need plenty more of this, South Africa. Important boundary here from Marizan Cap. This time sweeps again towards deep square leg. Good fielding at deep square leg. They'll come back for 2. Another couple of runs to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over from Nandini Sharma, and South Africa women are 67 for 2 after 11 overs. I don't know whether India women will win the World Cup or not, but definitely they are trying to eliminate South Africa here in this game. That is for sure. But this has been a problem, isn't it, with South Africa? I told it yesterday itself. South Africa and Pakistan are two teams that you can never trust. Never ever you can trust both those teams. Anytime, I think, okay, we are having a competition of winning World Cups between all the teams here. But there should be a competition, a bottling competition. Who bottles games of cricket the best? In that, South Africa and Pakistan will play the finals. And maybe Pakistan will win it. I don't know. We need to see that. As Deepti Sharma comes back into the attack and starts the over with the dot ball. Tasman Brits 22 from 24 balls. Comes down the wicket, goes for the big shot. Over long on for 6. That's a great shot. Where did that come from? Where was this all this while? From Tasman Brits. Really good use of the feet. Clears long on for 6. Is that the 6 that can turn this game in favour of South Africa? Although still the required run rate is 9.92. This time going for the reverse switch it. Kapil Phelby finger goes up. So Deepti Sharma strikes back. Whenever Deepti Sharma comes into the attack, you just write wickets in front of her name. She only knows how to take wickets. A wicket taking machine on show. Strikes once again. Breaks this partnership here. Was looking for that reverse switch hit there. But getting hit on her pads. Tasman Brits. Now, was there bat involved in that? That is the big question. They have gone upstairs for the review. You need to have a look at this one. Deepti Sharma never fails. Whenever you bring her into the attack, she will always, minimum, she will take 1 wicket. That is for sure. Golden arm. Well, looks like there's bat involved in that. So, it will remain not out. So, a successful review for South Africa women. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Three more deliveries left in this over. 6 runs have come from the first 3 balls of this over. This time flicks it away again. Good use of the feet. It's towards deep mid wicket. Oh, good fielding there at deep mid wicket. And the Tasman Brits will pick up another couple of runs. So 8 runs have come from the first 4 balls of this over. Still 2 balls left. And once again the required run rate above 10. 50 partnership comes up between these two batters. Partnership of 50 from 37 balls between Marizan Cap and Tasman Brits. As again it's a full toss and Tasman Brits hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. But I would say I will tell to some South African cricket fans who are watching this match here, like, yes, I agree that India are the arch rivals as far as South Africa are concerned in World Cups, but South Africa should focus on them winning the World Cup rather than not wanting any other team to win the World Cup. Because now if South Africa are getting eliminated, now you will be thinking that India should not win the World Cup. Now if India does not win the World Cup, what does South Africa gain out of it? You are anyways eliminated, isn't it, from the World Cup? So you should be focusing on your team, how they are going to win the World Cup. That is what you need to focus. If you are eliminated, how does it matter who wins the World Cup or who does not? If India wins the World Cup, what are you gaining? If India does not win the World Cup, what are you gaining? Nothing. You are already eliminated. Your drought is continuing. You have not won a World Cup in men's cricket. You have not won a World Cup in women's cricket. That drought is still continuing. Who is going to fix that drought? Only South Africa South African players have to do something, and they have to fix that drought. Otherwise, it will keep on continuing. So the focus should be on that. How to end that drought. How to win a World Cup from somewhere, whether it's a one-day international World Cup, whether it's a T20 World Cup. Yes, South Africa won the World Test Championship, but you have not won a World Cup till now. T20 World Cup, ODI World Cup, umpteen number of losses. So you need to focus on how to fix that rather than having grudges towards any other team and saying they should not win the World Cup. That's down the wicket. Marizan Cap hits it over mid-on. Oh, beats long on into the boundary, I think. Is it? Yes, it is. So, have they done well? I think they have done well at deep mid-wicket. Really good fielding there. Radha Yadav is a live wire in the field. And Marizan Cap picks up another couple of runs here. So, required run rate is really gone up and above 10. Still Nadine de Klerk to come in after this. They just need to make sure the required run rate does not go fully out of control. This time uses her feet, hits it over mid-off. They'll run away for 4. So Marizan Cap silently finding some boundaries here. Really good use of the feet. And picks up her third boundary in this innings. This partnership is going along nicely, although still the required run rate is above 10. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Marizan Cap finding some boundaries here. Down the track again, flicks it away leg side. Deep mid-wicket coming around. And Marizan Cap will come back. Oh, chance of run out was there at the bowler's end as well. But Tasman Brits puts in the dive. I think she has made her ground back. So it will be a couple of runs for Marizan Cap. I think more importantly for any cricket fans watching, it's very, very important not to lose yourself, irrespective of the result of the cricket match, whatever is happening out there, because emotions are always attached with this game, that them winning or losing controls our emotions. So we should not lose our emotions while we are watching the game. That is another challenging part, I would think. Goes for the paddle, it's over fine leg again, they'll run away for 4. This is a good over here for South Africa. Once again going down on one knee and paddling it away. Marizan Cap and picks up another boundary. This is turning out to be a good knock here from Marizan Cap, trying to keep this run chase alive. 12 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. This time flicked away again by Marizan Cap towards deep mid-wicket and picks up another single to finish that over. Good over for South Africa there. 13 runs came from that over, and South Africa women are 90 for 2 after 13 overs. 69 needed from the last 7 overs. So 69 needed from the last 7 overs for South Africa women to have a good chance of qualifying for the semi-final. If they lose today, then they will be all but out of the tournament, because India women and Australia women will then become favourites to go through. In this partnership now, 65 from 44 balls between Marizan Cap and Tasman Brits is trying to do something here for South Africa. They were 25 for 2 at one stage. And now maybe there is just a slight opportunity for South Africa to chase this total down. They're still having 8 wickets in hand. Shafali Verma now. Shafali Verma back into the attack into her third over. And this game, could this game go down to the wire here? That is the big question. Marizan Cap is going to be on strike. 38 from 27 balls. Marizan Cap, 4 boundaries and 1 6 at a strike rate of 140.74. You need to really have nerves of steel in a match like this. So 14th over, Shafali Verma over the wicket. And that's driven again straight to covers. Another dot ball to start the over from Shafali Verma. What a bowler Shafali Verma has been in recent times. I mean, she's really turning out to be a valuable all-rounder to have in the team. That's flicked away again down the ground to long on, and Marizan Cap picks up another single. This time cut away again straight to covers, and Tasman Brits picks up another single. The 67 needed from 39 balls. This time tossed up again down the track. Marizan Cap hits it down to long off and picks up another single. Last ball of the over, again down the ground. In fact, fifth ball of the over is down the ground, picks up another single. So just 4 runs coming from this over. Another good over here from Shafali Verma. One more delivery left in this over. Required run rate has now gone up to 10.54. What a game we are having on our hands. Could be going down to the wire. That is for sure. Last ball of the over. Down the track again. Marizan Cap hits it down to long off and picks up another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over. And South Africa women are 95 for 2 after 14 overs. And it's also the time for the drinks break. So 64 needed from the last 6 overs for South Africa women, and Radha Yadav has come onto the field as a substitute fielder probably. I think Radha Yadav should have actually played in the 11, but she's coming in as a substitute fielder, which I'm not able to understand actually. Why can't you play her in the 11? I think that should have been the strategy. But Arundhati Reddy back into the attack. It's becoming very tough here for South Africa. 64 needed from the last 6 overs. Marizan Cap is on strike. And maybe this is the over that they'll need to look to target. Here's Arundhati Reddy. Full toss. Marizan Cap flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. So Tasman Brits is back on strike. This could be the over that decides which way this game could go. Oh, it's in the slot and Brits goes down the ground. One bounce and into the boundary for 4. That is what they needed. 100 comes up for South Africa women. 100 comes up in 14.2 overs, and that's a great shot by Tasman Brits down the ground. This time it's full and on the pads. It's gone off the pads. Tasman Brits will pick up another single. One leg by as it is. Marizan Cap is back on strike. Six runs have come from this over. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Goes for the sweep again and gets it towards that same direction. One bounce and into the boundary for 4. That paddle sweep, which she has been playing for a long time now. Marizan Cap picks up another boundary, second boundary in this over, and this is turning out to be a good over here for South Africa. So 2 more deliveries left in this over, and Marizan Cap nearing her half century here. Can she take South Africa over the line here? Goes again for the sweep. Could be in the gap. Deep mid wicket. There's no chance. Another boundary. Third boundary in this over. Half century for Marizan Cap. Where did this come from? 50 from 34 balls with 6 boundaries and 1 6 at a strike rate of 147.06 is keeping this game alive here. 14 runs have come from this over. And is there still a twist here in this game? Can we see South Africa pulling this off? Last ball of the over is on the pads, flicked away again towards deep square leg, coming back for 2. And Marizan Cap will pick up another couple of runs to finish the over. 16 runs came from that over, expensive over from Arundhati Reddy, and South Africa women still have hope in this game. 111 for 2 after 15 overs with 48 more runs needed from the last 5 overs. Well, until the first 10 overs, it was looking all India women, and now suddenly, silently, this partnership, I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect this partnership to build like this. Just when we were talking about South Africa women crumbling, these two batters look like having other ideas. Although still 48 needed from 5 overs, there's still no guarantee on anything in this situation. Still the required run rate 9.60. India need to break this partnership here. Deepti Sharma, that's why they've brought back Deepti Sharma. You need to break a partnership, bring Deepti Sharma into the attack. That is what they are following. Picked up a 5-wicket haul in last year's final as well. Tasman Brits is on strike, moves across the stumps, going for the sweep. There could have been an appeal for LBW there, has picked up one leg bias, but that she went long way across the stumps. No one appealed for LBW, it's one leg bias. Are they going to go for the review here? Oh my god, these kind of high voltage clashes. I think the impact will be outside the line for that. Maybe that is why they have not gone for the review. Deepti Sharma still has 2 overs left. She's into her 3rd over. She still has 1 over left after this. Marizan Cap back on strike. Well, I might have been too harsh on South Africa women, but that is how their history has been. But if they can prove me wrong, if they can win this game, try and win the World Cup, then everything will become alright, I guess. But at the moment, you can't think of winning the World Cup. You need to first think of winning this game here. Because that will help them qualify for the semi-finals at least. Down the track, drives it again. Towards deep extra covers, just a single for Marizan Cap. So Tasman Brits is back on strike, 46 needed from 28 balls. Down the track again, hits it down the ground. Long on coming around. Oh, excellent fielding. The fielding of India women has improved leaps and bounds in this game, saving a lot of boundaries. It has been an area of concern over the years for India women, but they have corrected that here in this clutch game. And if you need to win matches like this, your fielding needs to be at a good level. Oh, stops in our follow through here. Your fielding needs to be good if you want to win matches like this. Fielding needs to back up the bowlers. Jemima Rodriguez is always a live wire in the field. Down the track again, hits it down the ground. Towards long on and picks up another single. It's going down to the wire, I think, this game. Although I still think that the required run rate is a little bit too much for South Africa. This is why I said this is why I exactly thought a target of around 150 to 160 could be challenging enough. That's driven again. Oh, beats mid off. It goes down to long off. They're coming back for 2. And they'll get 2. The thing is to be able to handle this pressure here. Who is going to handle this pressure better? They are going to be winning the game. Last ball of the over. Full toss, driven beautifully in the gap. That might run away for 4. Yes, it does. What a vital boundary that is. That's a great way to finish the over. How on earth has this game turned like this? Suddenly now, South Africa are having more hope here. Another good over. They needed Deepti Sharma to break the partnership, but that has not happened. 11 runs have come from that over. And South Africa women are 122 for 2 after 16 overs with 37 needed from the last 4 overs. Now then, we saw this kind of we saw this kind of a heist. If anyone remembers, obviously India women defeated South Africa in the final of that ODI World Cup. If anyone remembers that group stage match, where we thought for major part of the run chase, we thought that South Africa are not going to win. And suddenly out of nowhere, Nadine de Klerk came up, Chloe Tryon came up, and then they won the game. Are we going to see anything like that? They were chasing around 250 something in that group stage game. And South Africa looked dead and buried actually. And then suddenly some Nadine de Klerk came in. In fact, that match that match showed who Nadine de Klerk was to this international level. And then now again, silently, I mean, they were 25 for 2 at one stage. They were going nowhere. It looked, the power play start was very, very slow. And silently, they have just built it. They have taken it step by step. They have brought it to this level. And now, 37 from 24 is looking chaseable with 8 wickets in hand as well. So Shafali Verma is back into the attack now, into her last over. Very, very important game this. India women won't be out of it even if they lose this game, because obviously they'll defeat Bangladesh. But if they defeat Australia, then India women have a better net run rate than South Africa. Because Australia will have 4 wins, South Africa will have 4 wins, India will have 4 wins if India defeats Australia. Here's Shafali Verma though. It's pulled away by Tasman Brits. Deep mid wicket in play. Takes the catch. Another twist. The partnership has been broken. 97-run partnership was looking really good. But Tasman Brits has hauled out a deep square leg, and is there another ray of hope for India here. And once again, the golden arm is Shafali Verma. Breaks the partnership. 3rd wicket goes down. And another twist in the tail here. Really good catch there at deep mid wicket. Tasman Brits departs. She has just hung in there. She's gone after scoring 40 from 36 balls. And South Africa are now 122 for 3 after 16.1 overs. Net run rate will come into play if India women loses this game and wins against Australia. But the game against Australia will be like win or go home kind of a situation. The thing is that South Africa's net run rate is not good at all. Big loss against, a huge loss in fact against Australia, and then just a narrow win against Pakistan. So it hasn't improved their net run rate much. Whereas India got 2 big wins against Pakistan and Netherlands. And that is why India have a much more superior net run rate. So if it comes down to net run rate, I think India and Australia will go through, even if South Africa wins this game. So still nothing gets confirmed, even if obviously South Africa winning this game will give them a better chance to qualify for the semi-final, but they will need Australia to defeat India then. Because India can also defeat Australia. They've shown it in the previous ODI World Cup. Why is India afraid of Australia? They have defeated Australia in the semi-final of the previous ODI World Cup. So you don't need to be afraid of Australia at all. India have every capability of beating Australia. So Nadine de Klerk has come in and gotten off the mark. And Marizan Cap hits it down the ground, straight down the ground. And it goes away for 4, has it? Has it gone for 4 or a 6? The umpires want to have a check. That's another fantastic shot here. I think it's gone all the way. It's gone all the way for 6. This game is turning around here. Marizan Cap playing a blinder of a knock here under pressure. This time Marzan cap again goes in the air, long on, Radha Yadav puts it down. Oh dear. Normally Radha Yadav is one of the best fielders going around. How did she put that down? I'm not able to understand. That could have been the big wicket of Marzan cap. Instead it's gone to ground, last ball of the over. Cut away by Nadine de Klerk straight to the fielder. Dot ball to finish the over. This is going down to the wire here big time. 8 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Tasman Brits. And South Africa are now 130 for 3 after 17 overs with 29 needed from the last 3 overs. Can you believe it? Radha Yadav has dropped a catch. I can't believe that. She's in the team for her fielding as well. She's been such a fantastic fielder for India women. And they say, isn't it, a popular saying that even the best fielders can sometimes drop catches. So 29 needed from the last 3 overs. It's a big over here in the context of this game. Sri Charani it is. Back into the attack and that's driven down the ground again to long off. And Marzan cap picks up another single. Nadine de Klerk is back on strike. Nadine de Klerk is a finisher, that is for sure. Can she bring her finishing skills into play today, Nadine de Klerk? Oh, looking for the sweep, appeal for LBW, but that's missing the stumps by a long, long way. They've taken the single, looking for 2 here, coming back for 2. Really good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs, 2 leg byes it is for Nadine de Klerk. Third ball of the over, down the track. Oh, has he missed it? She's been stumped, I think. The keeper is appealing. The umpire will go upstairs. A beautiful bowling once again from Charani. Has she lost her balance here, Nadine de Klerk? No, the umpire says not out. I think she's just made it back in time. Oh dear, this game is swinging again. 26 from 15 now equation. She's just about made it back in time. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Pressure everywhere now. It's becoming very tight here. Down the track. Hits it over the top. That's a brilliant shot. Absolutely brilliant from Nadine de Klerk. Finds the boundary here. Much needed boundary for South Africa. 22 now needed. Oh, bowled! There's another one! Well, Charani says you don't need to take catches in the deep. I'll get you out bowled. Why even depend on the fielders? Depend on the bowler to take wickets. And the 4th wicket goes down. More importantly, it's a wicket and it's a dot ball. And Nadine de Klerk has to go. And India women still fighting here. Not giving up at all. The finisher, Nadine de Klerk, will have to go. Was looking for the slog sweep there. She's lost her off stump in the process. 3rd wicket for Charani. What a bowler she has been for India in recent times. Nadine de Klerk out for 5. South Africa women 137 for 4 after 17.5 overs. Well, Chloe Tryon comes in. Chloe Tryon comes in at number 6. 22 needed from 13 is looking a little tricky here. India are still fighting here. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's punched away. It's in the gap. That might run away for 4. It does. What a way to get off the mark for Cloyd Tryon. Beautifully placed. Right in the gap there. And ends the over with a boundary. Valuable boundary. 11 runs came from that over. And South Africa women are 141 for 4 after 18 overs with 18 needed from the last 2 overs. Well, 18 now needed from the last 2 overs. Which way is this going? Marizan Cap, the set batter, is still there at the crease. Somehow, silently, this game has just turned on its head. $18 needed from the last 2 overs. It's going to be Deepti Sharma to bowl the penultimate over. Giving the penultimate over to a spinner is a very brave call. They need a good over here, India, if they want to stay alive in this game. Coming around the wicket now, Deepti Sharma to Marizan Cap. Swings it away leg side towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to start the over. Cloyd Tryon is back on strike. Looks like we are going to go down to the last over. And if it goes down to the last over, then anything can happen. $17 needed from 11 now. Cloyd Tryon got off the mark with a beautiful placed boundary there in the last ball of the previous over. She needs to do it again. Second ball of the over. That's pulled away by Tryon towards deep mid wicket. Just a single. That's a good start to the over here for India. 2 singles to start the over. 16 now from 10. Marizan Cap is back on strike. How about a wicket in this kind of situation? Goodness gracious me. You need to have big nerves at this stage, that is for sure. Oh, that's a slog sweep. How far? How far has it gone? It's gone long enough. It's gone long enough. What a shot that is from Marizan Cap. Brings the equation down to 10 from 9. That's a terrific slog sweep there. It was bowled slow through the air from Deepti Sharma. And Cap clears the boundary. Just 10 away now, South Africa. Goodness gracious, this is going to be a fantastic run chase, I think. Well, now the pressure is well and truly back on India now. The pressure is back on India, if I have to be honest. 10 from 9 is looking in South Africa's hands here, this equation. This has been a fantastic knock from Marizan Cap. 74 from 43 balls when no one expected it to happen. Can she take them over the line here? 4th ball of the over. Goes again, leg side again. 1 bounce to deep mid wicket. Marizan Cap picks up another single. $150 comes up for South Africa. $150 comes up in 18.4 overs. And Laura Wolfart cannot watch from the dugout, that is for sure. Because it's going down to the last over, I think. Cloyd Tryon is back on strike. 5th ball of the over. Down the track again. Tryon hits it down the ground. Good fielding at mid-off. Tryon picks up another single. 8 from 7 now. Now, who is going to bowl the last over? That is the big question here. Well, we'll look at that after this delivery. 8 from 7. There's still 1 ball left in this over. Last ball of the over. Goes again. And she's got it again, has she? Yes, she has. All the way again. And that might have just sealed it. How has this happened? Second 6 in the over. It's brought the equation down to 2 from 6 now. Oh dear, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Is this South Africa who are just performing under pressure here? How is this happening? This is not supposed to happen. 16 runs came from that penultimate over from Deepti Sharma, and South Africa women are 157 for 4 after 19 overs. Just 2 more runs needed now from the last over. Well, the match was looking very much in India's hands. How has it slipped away? How has this run chase turned in South Africa's favour? I'm not able to understand. Nandini Sharma bowling the last over now. Just 2 needed now. It's going to be Chloe Tryon on strike. Just 2 needed for victory. Here's Nandini Sharma. Edged, will go past third man. They'll run away for 4. That is it. Game over. This has been something incredible from South Africa women. They were nowhere in the run chase. They were 25 for 2 at one stage at the end of the power play, I think. But from there, Marizanne Kapp has played one of the best innings under pressure and has taken South Africa over the line. It's like a repeat of what we saw in Visakhapatnam in the Women's One Day International World Cup of 2025. How have South Africa managed to do this? We have never seen South Africa ever performing under pressure in World Cups. South Africa and World Cups never go together. That has been the popular saying over so many years now. And even now, we don't know whether they are going to win the semi-final or final if they get there. But still, this has been a fantastic run chase here. Marizanne Kapp with unbeaten on 81 from 45 balls. And Chloe Tryon as well, 10 from 4 balls. Has taken South Africa over the line. They have sealed a precarious run chase here. India women though are not out of it yet, because India women's net run rate is really good. But India women's match against Australia will be a must-win game. It will be a do-or-die game as far as India women are concerned, because if India loses against Australia, then their campaign might be over. If South Africa beats Bangladesh and Netherlands, which I think they will defeat, because this game was supposed to be a very, very important game, and it has gone the way of South Africa. They were not off to a good start. The power play, they were 25 for 2 after 5.4 overs. And it was not looking as though they will chase it down. In fact, after 10 overs, they were only 59 for 2. They needed 100 runs to win in the last 10 overs. And we thought, okay, women's cricket, the required run rate above 10, England conditions, how can you chase it down? That is what we were thinking. But Marizanne Kapp and Tasman Brits and everyone thought different. So a very, very important win this for South Africa women. They keep their hopes alive of qualifying for the semi-final. And India women, as far as India are concerned, it's their first defeat in this tournament. And I know that many Indian fans will be saying another thing. Losing to South Africa in a group stage of a World Cup is a very, very good thing as far as India is concerned. We'll need to rewind back to 2011 men's ODI World Cup. South Africa defeated India in the group stage. India went on to win the World Cup. 2025 Women's World Cup, again, the first defeat which India women suffered was against South Africa in the group stage. India went on to win the World Cup. And then this year, Men's T20 World Cup 2026. South Africa was the team to defeat, they defeated India in the group stage. India went on to win the World Cup. So I know many people, many Indian fans will be looking at in that angle now, because they have lost again to South Africa in the group stage. But this time around, they have to defeat Australia once again. It will come down to that, I think, because now India's remaining matches will be up against Bangladesh and Australia. I know that India will defeat Bangladesh, but they need to defeat Australia. Otherwise, they might get into trouble in terms of qualification. But South Africa will celebrate back-to-back wins for them. They defeated Pakistan in a very, very close game. They made it tough for themselves and then won. But this win will make South Africa feel a lot better, because they were in a very, very tough situation. In fact, I think most of the people would have thought after the first 10 overs or after the first 6 overs that this game is out of South Africa's reach. They cannot be able to chase it down. And We all know about South Africa's history in World Cups, whether it's men's World Cups, whether it's women's World Cups. Under pressure, South Africa have never performed, to be honest. So that is why we never had any hope of South Africa chasing this down. But well done to Marizanne Kapp and Tasman Brits and Chloe Tryon for chasing this total down. And if you look at South Africa's run chase, Laura Wolfhard got off to a good start, but again struggled. The top order of South Africa has been struggling in this tournament. Laura Wolfhard has not got runs with the bat. We need to be open and honest about it. Tasman Brits also struggled, but she hung in there, scored 40 from 36 at 111.11 strike rate. Anari Dirksen is kind of on and off. She is not performing consistently, out for a 2-ball duck. But it was Marizanne Kapp's day today, I think. 81 from 45 balls with 7 boundaries and 4 maximums at a strike rate of 180 when almost everyone thought that the game was over. I think the one person who believed in this run chase was probably Marizanne Kapp today. And Tasman Brits also supported Marizanne Kapp really well. Look at that 4th wicket partnership today. The 3rd wicket partnership of 97 from 63 balls between Tasman Brits and Marizanne Kapp restored the hope for South Africa to win this game, and in the end Marizanne Kapp finishing things off in style. So a very, very important win that keeps South Africa alive in this tournament, and now it puts the ball back in India's court. Whether they can defeat Australia or not, we need to see that. If you look at India's bowling today, Nandini Sharma none for 17 in her 2.1 overs. Arundhati Reddy couldn't take a wicket, none for 29 in her 3 overs. Shafali Verma 1 for 22 in her 4 overs. Nallapuradi Charani, Sri Charani, the pick of the bowlers today, Charani, match after match is bowling well. 3 for 24 in her 4 overs, and Prema Rawat, none for 21 in her 2 overs. Deepti Sharma surprisingly couldn't take a wicket today. She has been the go-to bowler for India women in the last couple of World Cups. If you look at it, Deepti Sharma has been the go-to bowler, but surprisingly, she went wicketless today, none for 44 in her 4 overs. And South Africa winning this game by 6 wickets with 5 balls remaining, and they keep their hopes alive of progressing through to the semi-finals of this Women's T20 World Cup of 2026. Well, nothing is lost for India women, because as we know, even in the previous World Cup, India defeated Australia. So it's not impossible at all for India women to defeat Australia women in World Cups. So definitely they have to take heart from the fact that they have defeated Australia. They should do it again and try and qualify, because even now South Africa are not yet guaranteed of a semi-final spot. Yes, they have kept themselves alive in this tournament, but South Africa's net run rate is in the negatives and it is below India. So that will be a problem. Even if South Africa win their remaining games against Bangladesh and Netherlands, they need to improve their net run. They need to improve their net run rate and get it above India women if they want to progress through to the semi-final. Otherwise, if India women defeats Australia, then still South Africa will get knocked out even if they win their remaining games. So the net run rate will be very, very important for South Africa, and these kind of last over wins will not improve the net run rate to the positive. You need a big win, like a 100-run win or a 50-run win. You need that kind of a win if you want to improve your net run rate and bring it to the positives. But for now, South Africa women have won this game by 6 wickets. And yeah, very, very important win here in Manchester against India. So we'll be back again for the future matches of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. Crucial game has gone the way of South Africa women today. So we'll have many more such crucial games coming up. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys. Cheers and good night.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.